Please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Sit back and relax and join the conversation. We've got Baron, Norman, Tax, Cash Money, 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made from the panel to the chat. Everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting you to stay. Articles, collectibles, reviews, you say. Baron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true.
Hey, Baron, I'm looking for the Lochnar. You got the Lochnar anywhere?
No, I only got the Dorknar. Is that the yellow one? Yeah, I think it's something that Cash might like.
Well, the Dorknar. Aren't we two dorks?
Yeah, but do we want the Dorknar?
Well, I think we got plenty of dork in us
Yeah,
to last us a while.
that's true. Amen.
But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, where Baron Norman, Tag, and I invite you all to come and watch Heavy Metal. A great movie. It is based on the magazine of the same name, which was a French magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie has several different short stories that are all intertwined.
Mm-hmm. Everything from horror to comedy to science fiction, fantasy. It just runs the gamut.
It does, and it's got some great talent with it too, both writing it and also voice talent. Ivan Reitman took part in this movie, putting it all together, and you have the voices of Eugene Levy. You have, of course, the late John Candy providing his voice. I mean, this movie, it does have some trippy parts too.
Yeah, it does. Oh, by the way, don't forget John Candy's in this as well.
Yes, Baron. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that for everything that John Candy's in. Rest his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, there are some trippy stuff in this, yeah.
I miss John Candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too soon.
Yes. And I will say that it is animated, but it's not a kids movie. It's not a kids movie. This is a rated R film that came out in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it was February, but I'm going to double check myself.
Nothing wrong with that. Because it's your one-way ticket to midnight. You call it.
Oh! You're not kidding. Great music in this movie too.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Great music.
I mean, of course, quoting Sammy Hagar there.
Mm-hmm.
You have, let's see, of course, those are all Yeah, let's see. You have Sammy
I'm
Hagar,
sorry.
Devo, Blue Oyster.
It was August 7th, 1981. My bad. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, you have Cheap Trick, Blue Oyster Cult, Don Felder, Nazareth, Journey, Grand Funk Radio, Black Sabbath, Stevie Nicks. I mean, my word, what a list of awesome talent there.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, talk about trippy. The Blue Oysters called "Veteran of the Psychic Wars." That is one hell of a trippy song. I love it.
I mean, all the songs that are in this movie are great. They're well placed and they fit
Hmm.
with what's going on and
Hmm.
the particular scenes of the movie. I mean, also some of the voice talent. You have John Flaherty
Hmm.
in it. You have Susan Roman in it. You have Don Franks in it,
Hmm.
and Richard Romas.
Roger Bumpus,
Mm-hmm.
who is Squidward for those who might not know.
Yep.
So, if the name does not ring a bell,
You know his noise. Hello, SpongeBob. And of course, I do want to say hello to Lady Mist. Good to see you here today. We also have DJ Ronnie G.
yeah, he's got to go to Zator.
He's got to go to the store, huh?
No,
Getting it.
Zator. Yeah.
All right. And of course, I know I saw him in here. We have Bone. Good to see you, Bone.
Oh, hey, Bone.
And we also have Phil McCracken. Good to see Phil McCracken. And yes, folks, if you want to join us on the Cosmos side, if you haven't already, the link is pinned to the top on both YouTube and Rumble. And I also put it into the chat over on X.
Hmm.
You do have to verify you are who you are before you enter.
Hmm. Because there's boobies and blood.
Yep. Yep. But if everybody's ready, and of course,
I am.
Wannabe, good to see you.
Mm,
Good to see you, Pat Wannabe,
he's
who's
always lurking
using
around.
the emojis. And, speaking of members and emojis, everybody stay tuned after the movie because I do have an announcement about some new perks for the channel.
What? Wow.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear what
Yes.
you have planned.
So I am going to go ahead and go to the movie, and I'm going to go ahead and press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, it's a lady. And lights going from her hand. Wow.
Yeah. And it gets started right away with great music.
Mm-hmm. Don Felder.
It's the hook.
Mm-hmm. Taking a ride on heavy metal. Look at that. And of course,
I mean, look at the animation. You'll be impressed with the different styles of animation. Thank you for stopping by, Phil. Appreciate it.
I mean, look at this.
Hmm. This is how they did title reveals back then.
And it's all hand done.
Hmm. No
Of course,
computers.
yep. Of course, this is a Canadian company that did this too. That's why you have so many Canadian voice talent.
Yep.
This opening's trippy, man.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they use rotoscoping techniques in this movie and several other
Mm-hmm.
techniques.
Mm-hmm. I know, DJ. They're opening the shuttle wrong. It's a movie. Settle down. Yeah, Elon thought he was first, but no,
Nope.
heavy metal did it first.
Heavy metal did it first, and no, this is the beginning of MTV too.
Yeah, that's no Tesla that's in space. It's a Corvette.
I mean, all the different techniques that they used to make this movie.
Hmm. Yeah, right up, right there.
And thank you to Lady Miss, Fat Wannabe, Bone, DJ Ronnie G, and of course Baron for hopping into the Cosmic.
Like I'd miss this. I just wish when they did Heavy Metal 2000 FAKK, there would have been something more like this than what they did.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Was he a little late on the parachute? I mean, it was great having Michael Ironside's voice in 2000,
Yeah,
but still.
Grand Funk Railroad, Nazareth, Sammy Hagar, Stevie Nicks, and
Hmm.
so many more provide their music for this movie.
Everything changed now. The music
Yep. So, when was the first time you saw heavy metal, Baron?
in the 80s on cable.
I was working with a friend about 15 years ago, and he asked me if I'd ever seen heavy metal, and I said I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. So he let me borrow his DVD.
Ooh, yeah, I need to get this on DVD or Blu-ray.
So
That and
then there
Grand.
was there was one year where Walmart was having their Black Friday sales, and I ended up getting this on Blu-ray.
Mm. Well, that turned fast.
Yep.
There we go. Psychic War.
Yep. And this movie's only an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Of 1,000 psychic wars.
When I was thinking about different movies for watch parties, this came to mind. I was thinking this would be a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very underrated.
Yeah. Hey, hey, Mike. Don't fear the Reaper.
Yeah, yeah, and yes, Barrett, we will be watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
They're the Twin Towers. It's nice to
Mm-hmm.
see them again. And they the little connection they have on the top.
Yep. I don't know if they would have ever done that, considering how the building swayed.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
Lochnar. Good thing for it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's how I drive.
Hmm. I know. Every cabbie needs that.
Yep. Well, he won't be causing trouble anymore.
No, I love this senior.
Wow, look at all that in the glove compartment.
Hmm. 2031.
That's not too far from now.
Yep. Our first big busty girl.
Oh, I mean, this wasn't made for kids.
Nope. Amen. Heavy Metal was not a kids magazine.
No, it was never intended for kids.
Hmm.
I know, carrying her over his shoulder. John Candy. Oh my. Stuck with a beautiful girl. Oh, here we go. Journey. Romance,
Mhm. Kind of a nice dump he has.
especially in New York.
Hmm. The writing's really good too.
Yeah, they really put a lot of effort into the writing.
Yep. The sad thing about it, this film is still technically not finished. They rushed it out because they're running out of time and money.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the reasons why some sequences you see uh, on the you know extended stuff on DVDs and stuff like that. You can see those.
Yeah, you do also catch some animation errors
Hmm.
because they were rushing it.
Hmm. Hmm. There we go.
Again, it was intended for adults because the magazine was
Yeah,
intended for
and
adults.
men,
Hmm.
because heavy metal.
Jump at the chance, Tree Rock. Good to see you, though, brother.
Definitely.
Any chance to catch The Last Crusade in the theater, take it. I wish it was around my area.
I mean, I'd love to see more adventures of this guy.
There are some who call me Tim.
How you doing, Tim?
Yeah, look, that's my appearance.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's weird for us now, but when this movie was made, nobody thought that 20 years after this movie was released, the World Trade Center would be gone.
Hmm. Yeah, who would have thought that? I mean, look at like see it from New York. Robbie the Robot's little appearance. Again, something can't be seen.
How would you like? Excuse me. How would you like to have lasers on your car, Baron?
I love it. I love it. Mm.
Yeah, I was reading about that. But I was reading how they were having problems with the music rights, and that's why we didn't get the DVD or Blu-ray
Hmm.
release for a while.
Even though this movie helped that No, just like WKRP did. Uh, and one thing about this movie, you don't know which way it's going to go.
No, it surprises you.
Hmm. $300,000 for his death, or chrono dollars, you should say. I don't know what the exchange is on that.
It's a double cross.
Mhm. Mhm.
No residue, no muss, no fuss.
Yep. Mhm. Yep. Mm. What world could that be?
Yep.
Mm. Trippy, man.
All right, man. That's what we call the back then.
Yep. Now, of course, Dar was a kind of a regular character in heavy metal, and in heavy metal, he did run around naked, but they figured, nah, not for the movie. Ooh, la tech. Yeah.
Tim. But again, all hand drawn,
Yep. How
and
would
you
you
can
like to
tell
be?
it's hand drawn.
Yeah. How would you like to be the animator having to do this?
You want me to
Like,
animate what?
it's like, the ones that are married, I'm sure got a lot of action when they went home. I kept on saying Dar is thin, but yeah.
I never saw it, Tim. I didn't even know that South Park did a spoof.
Oh yeah, they did. Hmm.
Well, think about it, Tree Rock. There are some actors who probably weren't listed who provided voices.
Hmm. Petrol.
I wish they still did hand drawn animation like this.
Me too. I long for this stuff. Really.
I mean, just all the detail. You got the
Yeah.
foreground, you got the background,
More importantly, it doesn't have that fake sharpness to it.
and Treyarch says that the first credit he earned was in 1983, so he might have done it for uncredited. I
Hmm.
swear, it sounded just like him. Again, it could have been him, but again, he could have been uncredited. Oh, what are they all running away for?
Run
Just because that
away!
other
Run
guy's
away!
getting eaten.
Yeah. Run away! We ran away bravely. He seems to be a reasonable chap.
A reasonable Gorn. Okay, I know he's not a Gorn. That sounds reasonable. Well, she's made her terms known. So what are you gonna do? Well, remember, he's got the mind of a kid.
Yep, exactly. He's getting his dork used quite a bit. Of course, those of you might not know, of course, uh, heavy metal was published by National Lampoon.
Mm-hmm. Don't flatter yourself, dude. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Hmm.
So everybody who's watching with us tonight, is this the first time you've seen the movie, or have you seen it multiple times before tonight?
I'll sound off first, multiple times. Everybody's a scumbag.
Yep. There's no good, there's no evil. And you come to find that out in this story.
Poor Din. Is it pausing for you every few?
No, it's not
Oh,
pausing for me. It's a pausing
um,
for anyone else. If it is, I can pause it and then start it again. But Lady Mist has seen it several times.
I'm not surprised.
Owen says he's seen it multiple times, never owned it, and I don't remember the first time where I saw it. I own the soundtrack. Yeah, it's a kick-ass soundtrack.
Yeah, even even this music they're using.
Don't say it does pause occasionally. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pause the movie, and then I'll just unpause it. I'll give it a few seconds.
You could have paused it on Hooters.
I paused it on the chain. Come
I,
on, man.
it's a
Come on.
chain. What? Yeah, but it's not Hooters.
All right, let's see what it does now. Hopefully, just doing that helps it out.
Ah,
And then that happened.
Dennis Martin. Yeah, it's still pausing for me.
Yeah. Well, and the only thing I can say is try leaving Cosme and coming back in. I'll pause it again.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, pause it and try leaving Cosme and coming back in and see
I have left Cosme.
if that helps. I don't know if it is, but
I keep on typing the location in, and it won't let me. It won't let me in because yeah, I'm typing it in again. It won't. I'm back in, by the way.
yeah, I saw the number go back up, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Hopefully, it doesn't do it too many more times.
Notice that every story there's another light in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Lochnar. Oh,
I think this is the best short story in the whole movie.
you think so? Yeah, yeah, it is a good one. Wow, that's where I got this.
And maybe because I like Eugene Levy's performance in this.
Yeah, Lincoln F. Stern. I love the list of crimes.
Yeah. Awesome, boom. Awesome, Lady Miss.
What?
Yep. One moving violation out of all those other charges.
Of course, the prosecutor was John Vernon,
Mm-hmm.
Dean Wormer himself.
Like I said, I think this is the best of the shorts in this.
Yeah, it's got a ironic humor to
Yeah.
this.
And that's what I like about it.
Hmm. Joe Flaherty, the lawyer.
Mm-hmm. It's cash.
Yeah, it is. And there's Roger Bumpus. Oh wow. Jeez.
It's all because of the locked door.
That's cash during gaming.
Yeah, we got to do better.
Cheap trick.
Yep, this is
Oh,
cash after we lose the game.
yep. Taking it out on us.
Well, there goes that space station.
Interesting design for our station too.
Yep.
Did you?
Nope. 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 Hanover's on his trail.
What a great name, Hanover Fest.
Mm-hmm. All it took was the money to get him to revert back.
Yeah, it was all a big scam.
Yep.
Now comes the horror.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Don
But
Felder.
I love the detail they put to the Beat 17s.
Oh, everything in this. In its way showing the horrors of war.
Yep. And I love how they're showing the different angles: the ball turret gunner, the tail
Hmm.
gunner, the navigator.
Bombardier,
Mm-hmm.
who just lost his life. As did those guys. This is a great song too. Kind of has that Clark Gable look to him.
Yeah, he does.
That detail there with the Bombay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is that tight.
Yep.
He's dead, Jim.
Yep.
That could be a Cosme thing.
Mm. A Foo Fighter.
Good.
Yeah, it can't be good.
He's not going to be for long.
Hey, where are the bodies?
Hey, Dread Sparks.
Patty. There's your jump scare.
Yep. Yeah, you might want to keep that door closed, Cap.
Yep.
And like the Loch Norris said in the beginning, it's evil.
Yep.
That's why it brings chaos and destruction.
Mm-hmm. So basically, they were in the South Pacific doing this.
Mm-hmm. You would have thought it would have been in the European theater.
Yep. Because everybody's so used to seeing that, not the.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, almost looks like a mosquito.
Yeah.
And the detail is so beautiful.
There's a lot of detail. I mean, I'm not saying you can't get this level of detail by doing it the way they do it now with computers,
Yeah.
but you don't have that touch
Mhm.
of a hand drawn animation cell.
Well, and again, you think about it. This is hand done. It's needles and detail, all that
Yeah.
done with a hand. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this one. This is the trippy one. He ain't saying anything.
Nope.
Shut up.
Mum's the word.
Roger Bumpus again.
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
See,
Whatever you believe,
look,
man.
look at, look at how he did the differences of his voices.
Yeah. And that's the talent of an actor.
Hmm. Now there's an
Sure.
iconic image.
Yep. All because of Lochner's influence.
Yep.
Indeed, Bone. Indeed.
Welcome to Futurama. Mhm.
Nope.
The late Alice Clayton.
Mm-hmm. I know what reference you're making, DJ Ronnie G. First encounter with the Borg.
Hmm. Another Don Felder song.
Yep.
Yes, probably.
Bone says this is his favorite part.
No.
You talking about an acid trip? And there she is, the Enterprise. Although you notice how they didn't make it look exactly like the Enterprise,
No.
but it still had a registry number. That's what we should have used as our avatars, Baron.
Those guys? Yeah.
Yeah. Data?
Sure.
And Bone says he has some Nyborg. Far out, man.
A Jewish wedding. Yeah, here we go. Hello, Sammy. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's your one-way ticket to midnight. Call it heavy metal. If if I had a radio station, this would be the first song I'd play on it.
I don't blame you. It's a good way to kick off the show.
Hmm. Remember, don't take Nyberg and fly a
Nope.
ship.
Don't
Oh,
do it under the influence.
by the way, the voice of Lochnar is Percy Rodriguez.
All right. I'm gonna look up and see what other movies and shows he might have been in.
To die. And here's the thing that the part that South Park goofed on. Damn, that's beautiful.
Wonderful detail.
Hmm. And the episode of South Park,
Yeah.
aptly named Major Boobage.
How appropriate.
Hmm. Which features several of several of the music from this movie.
All right.
That's the one where they were cheesing. Now that's a villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really should have.
And how appropriate with the music. Mob rules.
Just looking at some of the movies that Percy Rodriguez has been in, also TV shows. He was in Barry Mason, The Case of the Sinister Spirit, a TV series called Foofer. He was in a TV miniseries called You Can Learn a Lot from a Dummy. He was the narrator for Captain EO. He was in a TV series called The Tortillas.
Oh
He
yeah.
was he was in Benson, The Atlanta Child Murders, Cutter to Houston, This Girl for Hire. He was in one episode of TJ Hooker. He was in Dynasty, Strike Force, The Fall Guy, Deadly Blessing. Just to name a few things.
Yeah, send the boy. Great character designs too.
Mm-hmm.
Movie.
And again, this is all done by hand. No computer assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, Baron, but I want to fight these guys for the Emperor.
I do too. Death to the mutant. Even boys get it in this.
Mm-hmm.
That's how evil they are. And of course, Matt and Trey just love this movie. They spoofed it, especially this segment. This gotta be
Yeah.
their favorite.
I mean, honestly, it is a good movie.
It is a great movie. And what a world. Wow. The design.
Mm-hmm. Truly making it look like it's out of this world.
Yep. Look at that. Whatever giant piece it is, they built it inside the rib cages.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry Cash is missing this because he's never seen it.
I know. I was really hoping he would be able to come by and watch it, and
What we need to do is do a special screening for him.
yeah, we will.
Then we can start calling him hand over fist. Hey, look
Not
at
a
all
problem.
that.
I appreciate you stopping by, Jet Sparks.
Yeah, take care, man.
You have a good night, man.
Major boobage.
Calm down there.
No, I'm just quoting because of the movie. South Park.
I know.
I mean, we've had major boobage throughout this film.
I mean, that's what they called it. That episode.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone who's seen heavy metal knows.
Mm-hmm. He definitely looks like somebody you don't want to mess with.
Yep.
I mean, that's how you make a strong woman look. And I'm not saying the nudity, but I'm talking about look how they draw her with the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, she's definitely
She
got
knows what she has to do.
right. Yeah, you're right, Bone.
Very true, Bone. Very true.
See, this scene inspired James Gunn to do the Superman putting his boots on and all that while the destruction's happening. This is the part I hate. She's dressing up. Come on.
You don't seriously expect her to fight in the buff, do you?
Hell yeah. I gotta find some of my old heavy metal magazines and go through them again. Heavy metal not only had illustrated stories, but they also had prose,
Mm-hmm.
short stories and such. Oh yeah,
Forget about Hey-Man, forget about She-Ra. Tarna's the badass you want.
yeah. I mean, you can even see it in the look on the face how they do that. I mean, she's got to be
Forget
added to the
about
list.
Conan.
Mhm. She's got to
Forget
be
about
added to.
Thundar.
Yeah, she's got to be added to the list of strong women from the '80s, '70s, and '80s.
We had him.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Sexy, but no nonsense.
Yeah, you can tell she means business.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm your friend. Remember that, please.
I'm your friend, but if you piss me off, then I'm
Mhm.
gonna take you out.
Yeah, she's turned from defender to avenger.
Mm-hmm. There she sees the death.
Hmm.
And see, I also like it that they're showing her walking through, but she's surveying everything.
Hmm. She's taking everything in.
She's pissed.
Hmm. We need we need science fiction like this and science fantasy
Mm-hmm.
and fantasy. Let's get back to some of the trippy stuff, man.
We need it. We need to get into this kind of fantasy where nothing's left on the table.
Right. Hmm.
Yep. Still establishing these aren't friendly guys.
Hmm.
You'll never find a more wretched hide of scum and villainy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I love that shot before Tarna goes to the double doors. Just her
Mm.
eyes.
Yep. And that's Baron's AI band right there. Nope. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she's game.
Yep.
Don't lose your heads, guys.
Yep. There can be only one. Yep, and cleaning the sword off on the body.
Mm-hmm. That's how you get answers.
Uh-huh. Doesn't even have to say a word.
Nope. But notice how she doesn't panic.
Nope. Only gets more mad.
Kill it.
You bastard.
Well, a bastard like him would have rats as pets.
Mm-hmm. Skaven. Time to go full
Vermintide.
Vermintide on.
There goes the flying turkey.
Hmm. Turkey dactyl.
Be careful what you wish for, dude,
Yep.
because you might end up dead.
No,
Dang it,
not birdie.
jackasses.
Not birdie. This is more tragic than the never-ending story. Hey, it's Grand Douchebag.
Yep, and his band of merry douchebags. And Turner's like, all right, you want to go? Let's go.
Yep.
Birdie to the rescue.
I don't care what planet you're on. That's gotta hurt.
Yep.
Mm, that's one tough birdie.
Yep. Just like Turner. One tough lady.
She respectfully disagrees.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even creating these effects, that took a lot of work doing hand drawn animation.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to the house.
It looked like such a nice house.
Well, it was.
Hmm. Some interesting model work there.
Hmm. Yeah, that's another thing I like about this movie. They're using animation, they're using models and
Hmm.
stop motion, and
Oh, Birdie's back.
yeah. But this next part also raises a question:
Hmm.
Is this how Turner's life began?
I think that's heavily. Mhm. Devo. Ba-boom,
Yes,
bum, bum,
sir.
ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna let this song play. I'm gonna stop it from
Mhm.
showing heavy metal 2000.
In the coal mine, going down, going in the coal mine, about to slip down.
Not a problem, Bone. Not a problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, Baron, what do you think? Heavy metal still as good as you remember?
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
Still an enjoyable movie.
Hmm. Incredibly, incredibly. This is no. If you love animation, it's a feast for the eyes. The stories
Hmm.
again are good, well written. The voice work is excellent. Uh, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd like to see an adult animated film like this again.
Hmm.
I'm sure that the the bad feminists out there uh hate this film because
I'm
it's
sure they
so
do.
male. Yeah, it's so toxic masculinity. But
Yeah,
it's fun.
it's fun, and we see with Tarna back in '81, strong female character.
Yep. Don't mess around, folks.
Nope.
And again, it has
Yeah,
everything
it's a
anybody
great
would want.
soundtrack.
Excellent one. On heavy metal. Ride until it
And I'm
explodes.
going to do what I can to continue to have great watch parties like this.
Mhm.
Not just movies like Heavy Metal, but showcasing a lot of great movies.
Yeah. Doo, 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 doo,
Maybe,
doo.
movies that we haven't seen in a while or we've never seen. And
Yeah. The robot's got to have a Jewish wedding, though. I love how at the end here, uh, for each segment they're showing, they're playing the music from it.
Yep.
Eh, good film, eh? Yeah, gotta sit
Great,
down
great
with a
film.
twofer. Yeah, gotta sit down with a twofer there and watch it. Eh?
If you don't like the movie, you're a hoser.
Oh yeah, I don't want to be a hoser, eh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's see, I've always been a big supporter of great music to go along with a TV show or a movie to help tell the story.
Right. It needs to be pertinent to what you're watching.
Hmm.
It's it's kind of funny. Even the wiki sits back and says people were suggesting that Elon's shooting his Tesla into space was influenced by this.
It might have been.
Oh, he's a geek. I wouldn't put it past him.
You know what? I definitely need to get this soundtrack in my collection. I
Yeah.
still don't have it.
Eh?
I don't have it, eh? No, we're not watching Heavy Metal 2000, eh?
No. Michael Irons
No.
says was the only good thing about that movie. Honestly. Not lying. Wouldn't
I
lie to
know
you.
you're not. I'm not.
Wouldn't lie to anybody.
I know you're not lying. But Heavy Metal is still a great movie. Still a fun movie with all the stories being intertwined, and you learn about the influence of the Loch on each story. Greed, you know, war, power.
Mhm. Kind of a form of vanity, you might say. It's
Hmm.
like, wow, I mean, it's a trippy ride. One of these days,
It
I'm
is.
going to get to get super drunk and watch it and go, wow, man.
Uh no, no. I know what you're gonna end up doing. You're gonna get the knockborg.
Oh, you got it. Not, no. Unless cash use is all up.
Yeah, go for broke, man. But yeah,
I mean, to show you how frigged up Rotten Tomatoes, it reports that 66% of the critics have a positive review of this film, but it was based off of 35 reviews with an average rating of 5.8. And the critical consensus is sexile, juvenile, and dated, but heavy metal makes up for its flaws with eye poppy animation and classic, smartly used soundtrack. That is such a moronic take.
that's such a backhanded compliment to the movie.
Right. It's not juvenile. It's hard. It's not even dated. You know, might be able to get into with the sexist part, but uh, because of all the animated babies. But
Oh
it's
no, animated boobies. Oh no, what are we to do? Oh come, oh my god.
mhm. It's. I mean, it's people like that that put those reviews in that really ruin Rotten Tomatoes. It's like it's. I mean,
Yeah, I rank it highly myself, Bill.
mhm. I mean, Christopher John reviewed in Heavy Metal in Aries magazine number 11 and commented that sadly, what could have been a true boost for animation in this country is weak, opportunistic failure, put together with very little care and no love at all. You know what I gotta say? F you, Christopher John. Just F you. And you too, Mark Hammer.
Mhm. Yeah, user reviews on IMDb. It has over 40,000 reviews, and the average rating is 6.6.
Yeah, I'd put this up to 7.5 to 8.
I give it an 8.
Yeah.
And again, it's because all the stories connect to each other
Mm-hmm.
in one way or another. It shows, greed, sadness, grief.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Uh, let's people who are no what no just don't care, which is of course the Harry Cannon one. He's like, I don't care, whatever. You know.
Hmm.
I mean, the rundown cabbie in New York 2031. Yeah, the nerdy teen that finds out now he's got a powerful body and a big you know you know
A dork.
a big dork. Yeah, can't go around running. It's like, well, the girls would like that there.
Yeah.
And the humor. I mean, just the you know when he has his little Lincoln Stern having his little scam to get out of going to the being the court, and then of course turning into the guy who was helping him. It's like that guy, he deserved to have some sort of retribution, but that's not this film.
No.
This just like B-17, the pilot was screwed.
Yeah, once you got on that island, well,
Hmm.
sucks for you, pal.
Yeah, it was either the plane or the island. Either way, and it is well written.
Hmm.
It really is, and I think any open-minded science fiction fantasy fan, you should watch this.
You should. I mean, if you've never seen it before, at least give it a chance. Don't, condone it because it's from the 80s.
Hmm. Rocket man, especially for the
Hmm.
soundtrack.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Journey on there, you got Blue Oyster Cult, you got
Hmm.
Dio. So many great artists.
Hmm.
Cheap Trick.
And, hmm and the thing about it is the episode of Harry Cannon was based off of a novel by Leigh Brackett, and who wrote one of the first drafts of Empire Strikes Back.
So it's got some writing. It's got some writing credits.
Hmm. And helped influence, inspired and influenced films all along. I mean, let's face it. If it wasn't for the fact it wasn't flying, you'd sit back and think Fifth Element,
Hmm.
which was taken from heavy metal. Mobius, who did that, and and trust me, he didn't hide the fact that he noticed.
Why should he?
Hmm. And who was a great artist in all that as well.
I mean, again, you're not going to get art like you see in heavy metal nowadays using the computer.
No.
Because you're going to see that they try to make it a little too perfect.
Right.
That's
It's
not
just
what this animation is about.
mm-mm. It's to tell. Yeah, it helps tell the story some ways,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice to see that it's not crisp and clean. There's something where you can see the love that's in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what animators have had for many of years. It's love doing the animation, whether it be, the shorts that they did back in the late 20s, early 30s, to Disney's animators, to animators after Disney, Warner Brothers.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I make no apologies. I've always appreciated good looking animation.
Hmm.
But I will admit, I am partial to hand drawn animation.
Hmm.
It just looks better.
Yeah, it's always nice going back and watching this animated stuff, or even the old cartoons,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and that's the thing, seeing some of the stuff they're putting out from Warner Brothers and Disney. Oh my God, it's horrible. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing the Looney Tunes? What are you doing with stuff coming out of Disney? Walt would be pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Please, somebody open
Well,
that cryo chamber and give him a chainsaw and let him go nuts.
not only that, you think about guys like Chuck Jones. If he saw what
Mhm.
they were doing to the Looney Tunes nowadays.
And Fritz Freenley as well.
Mm-hmm. And it's good to see George. How you doing, George?
Hey, George.
You're welcome, Lady Miss, but everybody, please don't leave yet because I did say I have an announcement in regards to channel memberships.
What?
Yes. And one thing I am going to state first and make perfectly clear, I am not increasing the cost of memberships. They're staying the same price. Let
He's
me
just
just
he's just making my pay smaller, so I'm back to a cent a month.
half a cent, Baron, half a cent.
Whoa, whoa, a hay penny? Oh, come on, man, come on.
I know, I'm a jackass.
I'll take the hit though for our loyal viewers.
And I just got a message that the new editions have been approved.
Yay! So now you can really officially say something.
I can officially say something. So let me go here and I will share my screen. So I had put a message out yesterday asking for suggestions on new perks. And as I was talking with Baron,
That's me.
I told him one of my ideas. No bone, no tariff pricing. No tariff pricing. And it's good to see the lawn suffering.
Oh, hi, love.
I hope you're doing well.
Mhm. And no, Mike did not take my suggestion for having the Pop Talk Pacific414 Bachelor. I tried though. I fought for you people. I lost. But I did try.
All right, so prior to me deciding on this, it used to be where Stealth is optional members got to be on Pop Talk once a month. And typically it was on a Sunday.
Hmm.
Well, that has changed. Because now, Pack of 414 members, hear me out, you are now invited to be on Pop Talk once per month, while Stealth is optional members are invited to be on Pop Talk twice per month. That's right. So it's
Wow.
not going to be on a set day. It's not going to be, for Pack of 414. It's going to be, every Wednesday or every Sunday. And for Stealth is optional, every Sunday, every Wednesday. I'll put the invite out there for any time we're talking about articles or topics. And yes, all channel members can bring an article with them if they want to talk about something. That is something that is changing. It was where, the topics were set. But if there's a specific topic you want to talk about, you can do that. Just have the link so we can share it with everybody.
Just no Ariana
And
Grande or Spice Girls articles. That's all I ask. You saw the private chat, didn't you? You saw the private chat.
Baron.
I'm evil.
Yeah.
I am our
Aha.
Lockmore. I am the Lockmore.
Yeah, you are.
I
Yeah,
like that.
you are.
Why? It's not like, what is that? It's why. Just to throw you people in, we Cash said that he really needs to watch this movie in their day, and I said, yeah, you really do, but take some plutonium Nyborg before you watch it. He goes, why? It's like, my first question is, what the hell's that?
Well, what the hell are you talking about, Baron? But Padawan says, wait, we got to bring work with us? Well, I was thinking, why not let the members talk about a topic and talk about an article while they're on the show? It may not be one I would normally pick, but as a member, you can bring in the article and we can discuss it.
Mm-hmm. First come, first serve.
Well, I mean, it does depend on how many people come on to the panel.
Yep.
So, we'd have to make time for us to get through that articles. If that means that the articles that we have picked prior for the show, don't get talked about, that's fine. It's not the first time Pop Talk's ever had articles that we don't get to.
And you don't have to come in with an article.
No.
That's not but if you want to. So, this is your chance to shine, folks, if you want to.
But can we please not bring the super political stuff? But Pat, I wannabe. I have to admit that if it's a Wednesday show, I know there's really no memberships over on the Rumble side, but
Rumble.
YouTube channel members do have the option of staying with us when we go to Rumble, because that will happen when we're talking about articles on a Wednesday. I know it doesn't happen when we have watch parties, but when we talk about articles, it will happen. So it may get political.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you all know that. And I'll be honest, if it's relevant to what we're talking about, we may bring it up.
Yeah. We're fearless.
Well, again, it's trying to add something else to the membership that. Oh, I gotta fix that. I'll fix it live.
Oh. He made a boo boo.
I did. I made a boo boo. I made a boo boo. So there. You see me? You see me correct my mistake live. All right. So
Yeah, usually we're the ones that are correcting him.
now this is stuff I don't want anybody to see.
Oh,
Well, because it
I
pertains
wanted to see it.
to private information. So
Yeah, that's why I wanted to see it.
okay, all right. So that's been done, but I'm just trying to make the memberships viable. Give people a reason if they can support and they want to support the option to support.
Hmm.
And I'm not saying that there won't be open panels ever again. Maybe once in a great while there will be an open panel, but that will not interfere with Stealth as optional members or Pack of 414 members. I give you my word. And we always have this live stream to refer to if I forget. So I know everybody will remind me. Hey, Mike, you said this. Oh, when did I say that? You said it on June 18th, 2025. Go back to the June 18th, 2025 episode, which is this one. Oh, yes, you're right. I did say that.
Mike,
Oh, no.
Mike, Mike.
Yes, Baron.
I'm just going, Mike, 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 Mike.
But no.
Having to go back.
What do you all think about the new perks? Be honest. Members, non members. I want to hear your feedback.
I'm perked.
I mean, you're all a part of the Pacific414 family. You're a part of the crew of the starship Pacific414.
With it going down, Captain.
Mr. Tag, the ship is fine.
Oh, okay.
If the ship were going down, I'd send you to engineering to get everything back online.
Yeah, but it's dirty down there. I don't want to get my uniform dirty.
Mr. Tag, there's an inspection coming in 2 days. I expect all of engineering to be clean, not just one single deck of engineering.
Hey, Cash, get down there right now. Start cleaning.
Do I have to? Do we really want to do this? That's
Put
my
your chin
cast
into
impression.
Put your chin into it. Oh, my beautiful chin. Aren't we asses? Yeah, we are.
No, I haven't.
What? What? No, you have not.
And I'm probably
Oh,
gonna the Chinese Donhawk called Linkage. I'm gonna look that up.
I was gonna say I've never even heard it.
Linkage.
Besides, Padawan the one good thing about the super political stuff, you get to hear Cash go. You know, it really grinds my gears.
Well, we've got the clip, Aaron. I've got it ready.
You do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've,
But I wanted to do with trying to do his voice. I was trying to do his voice because you know how he is. But fine, we'll do it this way.
You know what really grinds my gears?
There we go.
okay. It's computer animation, adventure, drama, fantasy, horror.
Ooh.
It's been going on since 2019.
Ooh.
Survived human beings linger on with their last breath in a world where emotions will induce creepy monsters. But what if two people fell in deep love? Should they live cold-eyed forever or embrace each other? Witnessing the dooming world is the rest of the story. Okay. And where can I find this? Does IMDb tell me?
You'd think it would.
where's the best way to find this? Okay. Um, country of origin, China. It's in Chinese. Okay. Uh,
I think I'm turning Chinese. I think I'm turning Chinese. I really think so.
let me
That's not
see.
how it goes.
Where can I watch it? All right. However, you can watch it on Daily Motion or for free on various platforms. If you want to watch it on an app, you can download it from the store. Additionally, some live TV streaming services may also offer it. That's what I'm getting from Bing.
Good job, Bing. Way to
Yeah,
not answer a question.
it says Daily Motion, so I guess I just go to Daily Motion and put in a search for it, and I'll be able to watch it. Okay.
Woohoo! That'd be awesome, dude.
And Lady Miss has the link to the trailer, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that link.
He's getting the link. Let me guess, Cosme again.
Yes, we've got it open.
Yeah, well, I'm going into Cosme again. I left Cosme.
All right.
My feet were sticking to the floor. Someone spilled some pop and juju beads and beans or whatever those are, and my feet were sticking.
Right. Right,
What?
Baron. Right.
What?
All
Remember
right.
when that
So
happened in the theater?
yeah, that used to happen a lot in the theaters.
Yeah. He had that sound as you're walking out. Probably right after watching heavy metal.
All right. So I got it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer in Cosme.
I'm ready. Ooh, I don't understand that. Hey, that wasn't nice.
Nope.
Leave the skeleton alone. Hmm, interesting looking.
It does look interesting. Does look very interesting. I'll
And
check it
Master.
out.
Hmm.
Always looking for new entertainment.
Yeah. A lot better than the stuff we got now.
Yeah, no kidding. Definitely gonna check it out, especially now that I know where I can watch it,
Hmm.
and that it's not going to cost anything too.
That's the important part because we're cheap.
I just don't want to sign up for another streaming service.
I can't afford to do it.
And another streaming service where I only watch one show and watch it for its
Mhm.
whole quote unquote season and then cancel.
Yeah.
That's just a waste to me.
Yeah. It's like, why don't we just start opening up video stores again if that's the case?
Hmm.
Then you rent it for the weekend and melt your brain and bring it back. No late fees.
Well, it's like I was reading reactions to the announcement that Strange New Worlds new season is going to start and it's going to end after its fifth season, which is only going to have 6 episodes. And a lot of people are saying, I remember the good old days when 24 episodes, 26 episodes was a season.
Yeah. So I mean, this new one that's coming up with all those weird titles and all that. That's the last season.
No, this is going to be its third season. They're
Oh,
currently in production of its fourth season.
okay.
And then its fifth season, which a lot of people are speculating won't actually show up on Paramount Plus, even if that's still around by
Well,
2028.
2020 friggin' eight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's of course. That's of course if they get it done.
That's if they get it done because
Yeah.
you have that Skydance merger happening, and
Yeah.
Skydance is saying, nope, cancel this, cancel this, cancel this. We're not paying for this. Because
Yeah.
I was actually watching a video of Clownfish TV, and Neon was reading an article where there's a lot of speculation that Skydance wants to put Star Trek on the shelf for a while.
Yeah. It'd be the smartest thing there is.
Yeah.
Send Kurtzman away. If he says, I can come back. No, no, that's okay. Position filled.
Okay, thank you, Lady Miss. I appreciate that, and I know everyone else will appreciate that too.
Oh,
Give us all something new to watch.
yay. Oh, that'd be awesome. Friggin' awesome. Yeah, that's
It
right.
would.
I said friggin'.
It would be. I mean, I don't know about you, Baron, but I don't watch a lot of TV anymore.
Oh, I don't. I really honestly don't. I mean, you try to catch, of course, live PD. I mean, kind of a junkie on that one. But other than that, no. I mean, there's nothing to grab. And then I keep on hearing these shows are still around. Certain shows are still around. It's like, how are they still around? Honestly, I just don't know. It's they're. I don't know. It's just a waste.
Hmm.
Television's a wasteland, and they don't know what they're doing anymore. They're desperate, and it shows. You have all these hours now, and all these other services now, and of course they got their fingers into that too. And it's like, well, you're going full schizophrenic on yourself. Just settle back, take a breath, and focus, and find talent.
That's the thing. Where are you going to find this talent, Baron?
YouTube. I'm not kidding. I mean, when you have what is it? Is it Dust or Rust, that science fiction uh, YouTube page that they do all this original science fiction from around the world, and sometimes they even get to have some big stories. I mean, Rutger Hauer, before he passed away, did one of the stories, acted in one of them.
Mhm.
I mean, it's stuff like that. All you need to do is sit down and you look at some of these amateurs that are doing it right, and you go, "Wow, they are they are on it." They're yeah, it might not look all this crisp and clean and whatever, but of course, what are they working with? That's the thing. What are they working with? And if they're able to pull it off like that, maybe they deserve. I mean, oh, this is a good story. This person wrote a good one. I'm sure there's a lot of people submitting scripts and story ideas, but they're not looked at because they're not part. Well, again, it's become such an incest-lated bubble over there at in Hollywood where they don't want to start looking outside. They want to keep it. And the thing is uh, as it goes along, the tree branches start falling off, and before you know it, all you got for a family tree is a stick. That's the same thing with Hollywood. All Hollywood has is a stick now.
Well, they don't want to bring back any of the experienced writers who write, good TV shows and
Hmm.
good movies. They want, an influx of new blood. And there's nothing wrong with getting that influx of new blood, but the downside of it is that the new blood doesn't have the chops that the old blood has.
Right. I mean,
Or
that's where
even
you start.
even had when they were coming up.
Right. And that's where you pair them up or bring in the experienced ones to work with this new blood. They help show them the rope. I mean, uh, it can be done, and a lot of these productions that are done by YouTubers out there uh,
Mhm.
are pretty friggin' impressive with what they do, even with the special effects. I mean, yeah, they're not up to Hollywood grade, but that's because they're not Hollywood.
Nope.
But it still works.
And honestly, it doesn't need to be Hollywood great as long as the effort's put in.
Right. We appreciate the effort.
I mean, how many Star Trek fan fictions have you've watched where you're thinking, "Good job"?
Oh yeah, several of them. Uh, we don't even need to bring up Jim Cawley and Vic Mignogna.
No,
Everyone knows about them, but there's a lot of others out there.
Samuel Cockey's over at Trek Yards. He does his own Star Trek
Hmm.
fan films.
Yeah, exactly. The big thing is have good stories and
Hmm.
you know get off the woke political garbage. We don't want that. Oh, but this stuff always was. No, it wasn't. Slap. There's a difference between having a message in the story and then going out there with a baseball bat with a barbed wire wrapped around it and bashing it over people's heads. People don't like that.
No,
That's why you're not getting people watching. But something that has a message or is bringing a point of view, like the Twilight Zone, Star Trek, on and on, Babylon 5. The list goes on and on and on. Even Doctor Who. Uh, that's what people like. If you get people to think, not to bend to your ways, and then come out with stupid statements that if you are with not with us, you're against us. We don't want people who don't agree with us to watch. Okay, you just broke the first rule of Star Trek. You broke one of the first, unwritten rules for Twilight Zone.
you broke one of the unwritten rules if you want to be successful by telling a specific portion of your audience, "We don't want you here."
Yep. And then they wonder why this stuff has been failing. It's like, here's your sign.
Your sign says, "No legacy Star Trek fans wanted."
Yeah.
Why? We're the ones who support this.
Yeah.
We're the ones that we still talk about this.
Hmm.
Why do we talk about it? Because it's good.
Yeah.
Because it's still worth watching.
Just like heavy
Th-
metal.
despite its flaws, and we're gonna bring up many of them this Saturday.
Oh,
Encounter at Farpoint does have a lot of positives.
Oh yeah. But there's a lot of foo bars with that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think there were a lot of foo bars in the first and second season of Next Generation.
Yeah, there are. I mean, the first appearance of the Ferengi that they're building up to be this unknown but yet ferocious species out there that eat people. And what do we get? Larry, Curly, and Mole.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, whoop. Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
Well, yeah, I mean, honestly,
Certainly. Yeah, well, yeah. And
yeah.
speaking of Larry, Curly, and Mo, let me get that clip. Let me
I'll get
grab it
that.
real quick. No, they weren't the Ferengi. They were the Three Stooges. I mean, some people say that about us, Baron.
Well, I do. I'm Shemp.
I've said it. I'm Mo.
Hello.
And of course,
Hello! Viva! Oh, is it a oh, is it fallen? Get away.
nice and with that big chin.
Mm-hmm.
He's
But
Curly with a chin.
you want to
Larry
know
with
something? You got to give Armin Shimerman a lot of credit. He was one of the original Ferengi,
Mm-hmm.
but he also was given the chance to redeem the Ferengi with Quark.
Yeah, I mean, he still had I think a couple other times he showed up as Ferengi, and then Quark, and look
Mm-hmm.
what he did with it. I mean, that was the redemption of the Ferengi. Was DS9.
Yeah.
It's like, why should we care about these people? It's like, you really let us down.
And then, we learn more about Quark. We learn more about Rom. We learn about their Moogie. We learn about Nog. And
Mm-hmm.
we learn about the Grand Negus, how he thinks that Ferenginar failing is just inconceivable.
I don't think you understand the meaning of that word.
Yes. I mean, I am. I'm looking forward to discussing and watching Encounter at Farpoint with you, DJ Ronnie G, and Anonymous this Saturday.
Yeah, I need to pull out my Nitpicker's Guide and look at that episode.
Yeah, I'm going to hear you flipping through the pages. Actually, Mike.
Actually,
Yeah, not only is he going to be smoking his pipe, but he's going to have his reading glasses on and go, actually, Mike,
yeah,
this is what Gene Roddenberry had intended for the episode.
exactly. It's like you peons. How have you gotten along so far in life?
Mike, are you a packlet? Sometimes.
Yeah, Packlids, just what we need.
Yeah. But no, this is getting back to Heavy Metal. This is definitely a movie worth watching and
Mm-hmm.
worth recommending to people.
And take that plutonium nylock.
Just make sure if you ever encounter a Lochnar, folks, you don't get seduced by it.
Lochnar sounds like something he had in Star Trek. We are the Lochnars.
We are the Lochnar. Why are you in our space?
Mm-hmm. Would you like to have a green marble?
What does it do?
It kills.
Mr.
Okay,
Data.
I'll take
Mr.
it.
Data, analyze that marble.
Watch the android eyes pop out.
Yeah.
I'll take a dozen. Mr. Wolf, have one. Number one. Here you go. Deanna Troy, here you go.
No,
Not you,
but
Beverly. I like you. Here, Wesley, take two.
no. Wait. What does this locked door do? It gets rid of those who you do not
Mhm.
like, do not care for. Wesley, yes, Captain. Here, my gift to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Well, ah!
Jean Luc, I can't believe you did that to my son. Oh, come on, Beverly.
I wanted to do a Jean Luc, you bastard. I might have carried him for 9 months with me, but he was more annoying outside.
Yeah. So, are you looking forward to next weekend? Well, I shouldn't say next weekend. Next
Yes.
Wednesday's watch party. Nobody.
And what is that watch party, Mike?
We're watching Nobody.
Well, there's got to be somebody.
No, there. The movie's called Nobody.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
You know that's one thing we haven't talked about yet.
What?
What do you think
Miracles?
about? No. God, do I have to do everything around here?
No, maybe this time. Cash isn't here. We really need him.
Ah, I got to do everything around here, don't I, Baron?
Yes, you do.
I
Well,
mean, instead of three assholes, how many assholes we got in here anyway?
yo!
Yes. Oh, Lady Miss has a link.
Made by Bitty Bitty. Bitty Bitty. Bitty Bitty Bitty. Hey, Buck.
Okay. Oh, so now I can check it out. And everybody, if you want to check out Link H, just click on that link right there. Thank you
And
very much, Lady Mist.
she is such a sweetheart.
I like having everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Nobody. It has Bob Odenkirk, and this is pretty much what it says about it. He's a nobody until this unassuming family man's daughter gets her bracelet stolen, and he decides to unveil a long hidden past. And this is a movie Cash recommended because we watched the trailer for Nobody 2, and we were laughing.
Oh. Oh, this is a cash suggested movie? Oh.
Oh, he better be here.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I got my cattle prod. Get in there. Sit down. Don't get up.
Okay. Appreciate that, Lady Mist. Thank you very much for the links.
They aren't missing.
No,
Missing
no,
links here.
they are not the missing links. And Padawannabe says Nobody is a great movie. Well, since I've never seen it, I will definitely find out next Wednesday. Baron will definitely find out next Wednesday, and anyone else who hasn't seen it will find out next Wednesday.
Are you really going to take his recommendation on that? It is Padawannabe.
Okay, your point.
Mm-hmm. It's Padawannabe.
Uh-huh. So because it's Padawannabe, you're like, no, Mike, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. Please, Mike, don't make me watch it.
Something like that, yeah.
All right. you're lost, dude. because you may be missing out on something, and then go, "Damn, I wish I watched it." I mean, let's face it. We've all had movies where we see the trailer for them, and we're not really too crazy about it
Hmm.
when we see it, and then we actually see the movie and you go, I should have seen that movie in the theaters.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. Again, it's how do you make a trailer? They make trailers of bad movies look good, and they have trailers that for good movies that look bad. And it's like, come on, you can do better than that. No, we can't. What? Who said that?
But see, I've never watched Breaking Bad.
No, no, I never watched that movie.
I
That's
know a
right.
lot of people
Oh,
who got into the show when it was on, and also Better Call Saul, but
hmm
I never got into it because I never watched it.
hmm just not my thing.
I'm not going to diss anybody who likes Breaking Bad or likes Better Call Saul, but
No, no, not at all.
it wasn't on my radar. Was it on my
Yeah, well, that's what.
scanners? Was it on my
Well,
sensors?
and that's what's great. So many people got different, varying tastes out, and
Yeah.
it's so interesting to hear what their take is on something that you weren't really interested in. And maybe it might change your opinion. Go, no, maybe I will give it a try. Or it's like, yeah, still not my thing, but yeah, now I know more about it. It's interesting. You know, it's all that stuff.
It's called Nobody. I'll bring up the trailer for it in Cosme.
Oh, back to Cosme again. Okay, let me get back in there.
Well, it's
I
just
hope.
easier to show it on
I
Cosme
hope my
than it
chair.
is.
I hope my chair is still there. Hey, DJ, get out of my seat. That was my seat.
Baron. I know I'm the
I,
weird one, but two
I
of
get no.
us?
I get no respect. I tell you, I get no respect.
You're not Rodney Dangerfield.
No, there's no way I could be that good, man.
How do you like that? I divorce her and she still comes back.
A great name for a country song. How could I miss you if you don't go away?
All right, I'm just waiting for it to come up.
He's waiting for it to come up.
Come on. All right, maybe this one will work.
What? Copy and paste the link. Don't type it in.
I'm not copying and pasting the link. I'm clicking onto it so I can capture it and share it in Cosme. Smartass.
Hey, at least part of me got educated.
Drives me nuts.
I might not be smart, but my ass is. Come here, Gus, and tell him everything. Gus is my ass. Yeah.
Why is it not coming up? Come on.
It doesn't like you?
It don't like me.
You hear that, folks? It don't like him.
Alright.
That's on his enemies list.
Finally, you want to do something. Trust me, I say worse when things aren't working right.
That's okay. You were all garbled anyways. It
Yeah,
must have known you were going to say naughty words.
it's acting up on YouTube. I don't know why.
Well, because you mentioned it now, everybody out there is spread like wildfire, and it's like, oh, we got to see this.
Right. Okay.
He told somebody.
I've got it, folks. I've got it. 3 hours later, I've got it.
You beat me to it, damn it.
I'm sharp tonight.
Hours later.
I'm using my quote for the year.
Everybody.
And okay, it doesn't have any.
Ooh, boom. Monday.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Hmm.
So it looks like he lives a mundane life.
Hmm. His wife has pebbles that block him.
That's it. Come on, there's got to be something better than that for a trailer. Come on.
Oh, that grabbed me.
Hold on, hold on. Oh,
Is it
fine.
2021?
All right, you gonna come up, or are you gonna just
There
do
we go.
nothing?
Ooh, R. That's how you do it. You don't take the first
Yep.
guy out.
You taking the trailing guy. All right, I think we're gonna have fun watching this.
But it's only in theaters.
Baron, that was
What?
2021. It's 2025.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is John Candy in this?
No, he's not in the movie, Baron.
Oh,
Oh, what am I going to do with this guy?
Mm. I'm a fan favorite.
He was part of Mr. Show with David Cross. I never watched Mr. Show.
I've heard of Mr. Show, but I've never seen it either. I think that was on HBO or something like that. And I haven't had one of those paid services in I don't know how long. Because it just wasn't worth it.
I don't blame you, Tim. Yeah, it was just a thing where it was just taking YouTube a while to bring it up. It's like, come on, any day now, come on. Yeah, I mean, if that was indeed their first trailer to get anybody interested in the movie, I'm talking about that first one where it just went through the days of the week. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you want me to be interested in that?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, son, I need you to find a DeLorean. I want to build a time machine.
I need a better colostomy bag.
And I need to get it up to 88 miles per hour.
Well, I gotta get some blue pills. I got a date.
And Tim says, I have seen this film. It was called Death Wish. Death
Yeah,
Wish is always a good one.
yeah. The bus scene was kind of reminding me. Oh, this looks a little Death Wishes. I like it. I'm talking about the Chuck Bronson one.
Yeah, I know who's in it, Baron. Jeez.
No, because they remade it.
I know they remade it.
I was just reiterating that it's the original one, not the Bruce Willis one. I never saw that. Never cared to.
I watched Death Wish one time after a Cubs game on WTN.
That's a great movie.
It is.
Should be part of a collection. Back when we had real toxic males running around.
Oh no, toxic males. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
What are we to do?
I don't know. What are we to do? What can we do? How can we do? Where can we do? Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you?
And Padawannabe says he'd say that it could be Death Wish combined with Jason Statham type action. No, we haven't done it as a watch party yet. I don't know if we're going to do it this year. A lot of movies. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
movies. Because, like I mentioned, in July, first starting with our first watch party of July 2nd, will be Back to the Future for the 40th anniversary. Then we'll be watching Top Gun Maverick on the 6th, because that's technically 4th of July weekend.
Da 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 da
Da, 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 da.
da.
And I'll go ahead and bring up the July watch party.
July has a watch party list, don't you know?
Yes, we're going to be watching 4 movies in July, because we're going to be watching The Hunt for Red October.
Oh, that should be that should have been in October. That should have been for the Revolutionary War. You know, raise a glass of vodka as we celebrate Red October. Da da.
But this is what we're going to be watching in July.
We got July. You got July.
We're going to be watching The Hunt for Red October on the 16th of July. Then on Sunday, the 25th of July, it's going to be a Happy Gilmore doubleheader. We're going to, of course, watch Happy Gilmore, and then we're going to watch Happy Gilmore 2. because it comes out on Netflix that week. And I'm still working out what movies are going to be part of our watch party for August. I I'm thinking in August we're going to have a double feature. It's going to be Eight Man Out and A League of Their
Ooh,
Own.
ooh. Oh, speaking of which, did you hear that the last surviving member of the original, of that group of, that league, that women's league, passed
Hmm.
away? She was like
No,
105 or three.
I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, but she was the last one, and sadly now they're all gone.
What a shame.
It is. Yeah, I saw a news blurb on that. It's like, oh, jeez.
But yeah, another movie I am thinking about for August is watching the original Toxic Avenger.
No Dinklage zone. Dink, 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 dink. Dink, dink.
Are you being funny with me, Lady Miss? What is a Happy Gilmore?
It sounds like something that could be an Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. Happy. The guy's name is Happy. Happy Gilmore. He's a hockey player, ex-hockey player, who starts playing golf for the big prize money to save his grandmother's house. Okay, well, what do you got? What do you got for me, Tim? We will talk about this. We definitely will. Let me just get it. There we go. And I can already tell where she was when she threw out the first pitch. She was at Wrigley Field.
Hmm.
All right, so. And thank you for that link, Tim. I'm going to go ahead and post it on Rumble and X. Yes, it's with Adam Sandler, the Water Boy. But this is before Water Boy, Happy Gilmore. Not too long before. But let me just get this in here. All right. Okay, let me make this a little bigger for everyone else at home to see. And this was published on the 12th. It's by Natasha Dye. And it says Betsy Jochum, last original player in women's baseball league that inspired a league of their own, dies at 104. Not sure when this was taken, it might say. Betsy
2014.
Jochum on June 6, 2014, when the Cubs were celebrating 100 years of Wrigley Field. All right, it says Betsy Jochum has passed away at the age of 104. The All American Girls Professional Baseball League confirmed that Jochum, the last member of the original group that inspired the 1992 film A League of Their Own, died on Saturday, May 31st. We lost one of our superstars, the last original 1943 player, the league said. An obituary for Jochum, former outfielder, first basewoman, and pitcher, said the baseball icon was in Southfield Village when she passed away. She is survived by her sister Frances Jochum and her good friends Phyllis Smallwood and Diane Graham. Jochum played in the All American Girls Professional Baseball League, beginning in 1943 when she was signed by the South Bend Blue Sox and remained on the team for 5 years.
Wow.
Listed at 5'7", Joachim was a multi-talented player at bat and on the mound in the AAGPBL. And it says she is remembered as one of the fastest runners in the early years of the league and rarely struck out. In her career, she was also named an All-Star of the league and won a batting title. In addition to her baseball legacy, Joachim earned her bachelor's and master's degree in physical education at Illinois University and went on to become a physical education and social studies teacher at Musel School for 27 years before retiring in 1983, her obituary said.
Wow.
Let's see. In a 2012 interview with the South Bend Tribune, John said it was amazing when she was selected to play in the league. I was actually going to get paid for playing a game. Girls didn't do that back then. The Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, dedicated a permanent display to women's league, the Women's League in 1988. Jacob's South Bend Blue Sox uniform is also on permanent display at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History as part of the sports Breaking Records, Breaking Barriers exhibit. In Jacob's honor, a screening of A League of Their Own will take place at Howard Park as part of the city's Movies in the Park event. ABC 57 reported a funeral service was held on Saturday, June 7th in South Bend, Indiana. Joachim will be buried at a later date at Arlington Memorial Gardens in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hmm.
And you know they pioneered women's baseball during World War II, and our men were overseas.
Yep.
Yes, there were still men playing Major League Baseball at that time, but not names like Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams,
Hmm.
just to name a
Yeah.
couple.
Mickey Mantle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was when the guys came back after the war, that's when you started getting some hardball.
Oh yeah, and the reason why you were getting that hard ball is because of what happened during the war.
Exactly.
They were trying to get their frustrations out, and it was a battlefield to them.
Hmm. Exactly. And some of the best baseball probably ever played
Mm-hmm.
because of that.
I mean,
They
it's
didn't look
it's it's not like today where they go by analytics. Mm,
at.
all these other stats instead of just playing the game and using your gut.
Yeah.
Say no, I'm putting this pitcher in this situation.
There's not a science to the game. It's an art.
Mm-hmm.
It's instinct. It's you gotta, you know, take those risks. You never know. If you go by the analytics, you're probably going to be possibly losing worse than possibly winning. It's like it's not in the analytics. So screw the analytics. Give this guy a try. Put him in, coach.
Yeah. And Lady Miss, you're absolutely right. Not just during World War II, but and throughout all wars in recent times. Korea, Vietnam, Desert Storm,
Hmm.
Operation Iraqi Freedom,
But
in
baseball,
Afghanistan.
yeah, but baseball rules have really made the sport a lot wimpier. We're going to put a
It
time clock on
has.
the pitch.
Yeah, we're going to put a pitch clock into the game. If you're going to be changing out pitchers, they have to at least strike out, you know, a batter if it's, the last out of an inning, or when they come in to a fresh new inning, they have to get all three outs before they can even be taken out.
Stupid.
Instead of
Stupid.
15-inch bases. They're now 18-inch bases. Ghost Runner at second in extra innings. The DH in the National League.
Yeah.
And if anyone's saying, well, Mike, it sounded like there was a little venom behind that, because I don't like the DH in the National League. I'm a National
I
League purist. The
yeah.
pitcher comes up and hits.
I would love to have seen that change for the American League. Bring back, bring the
Get
pitcher
rid of the
back. Well,
DH.
get rid of the DH. Yes, as an American League guy, I'd rather have seen it that way. But morons
And,
run the league,
yeah, a moron named Rob Manfred's running the league.
and we thought the other guy was bad.
And we've got morons who are trying to take away history of what women have done in the past, what people in general have done in the past, and acting like, oh no, it was never done before. We're the pioneers. Wrong.
Don't you love the narcissism?
Wrong. It was done a lot sooner. And they had to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially during wartime, they had to figure out, okay, we've got a shortage of men. Well,
Mm-hmm.
let's let the women know you don't have to stay at home. If you want to help with the war effort and help build planes, weapons, this, that, and the other, so war bonds,
Mm-hmm.
then come on, do your part.
Well, it's bad when those involved in the quote unquote feminist movement from now on down, when the real Rosie the Riveter died, they never acknowledged it. Never.
No,
And it's like, why?
I mean,
It,
I've watched videos where people were talking to, you know, the women who were considered Rosie the Riveters, because there
mhm.
was more than one.
Yeah.
But I've watched one particular video where they brought her to the plane that was in the museum, and it was a B-24, and she's a. I remember putting that ribbon in because it was a plane that she had worked on. They did their research. They looked to see, okay, which plane did she specifically work on? Is it still around? Is it a museum piece? Is it still flying?
Hmm.
And they showed her the plane, and she said, "Yeah, I remember working on this and putting in long hours
Hmm.
and making sure every rivet was secured."
And there's a lot of rivets on a plane. Tell you what.
Hmm.
Hmm.
A,
But
a
yeah,
lot of rivets that held the plane together.
even today.
Hmm.
But yeah, the one that was on the poster they like to always have out there and show for women empowerment. Who the poster Rosie Riveter, who was was a riveter.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she goes right, you're using her sign for empowerment, but yet you don't acknowledge her death.
No. No, they did not.
And you wonder why I don't take you guys serious. Or should I say gals?
I mean, when I went to the 486 bombardment group reunion with my dad back in 2002, and listening to the men and women who were there, who were on the air bases working, who were flying the B-17s, not knowing if they were going to survive.
Hmm.
These are the men who were flying the B-17s. You had your waist gunners, you had your tail gunners, you had your nose gunners, the navigators,
Hmm.
ball turret gunners, you name it.
Yeah, the two jobs you don't want to be: tail gunner and ball turret gunner.
Nope.
And it's like, who's the shortest person? You get into that ball now. It's like, I ain't getting in that.
But I remember talking to one lady, and she was saying we weren't there to look pretty. We were there to do our job to make sure everything was
Mm-hmm.
maintained at the base.
Mm-hmm.
If something happened, we had to be ready with our information right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hearing the stories from the men who were there at that reunion and the women, how some of them were intertwined because they faced situations that were very similar from one base to the next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wax and the male military. Yeah, they work together a lot. Let's put it that way, one
Hmm.
fashion or another. And when
But
you're an ambulance driver, you're going into some rough areas.
yeah, you are.
So it's like, oh, she was only an ambulance driver. It's like, that's basically going right up to the front, literally unarmed to take injured back.
Hmm.
I think that takes a level of bravery that you who are decrying that don't have.
Yeah, and this is something I've done. If I come across somebody who's in full uniform, I will, go up to them and I'll thank them for their service, for what they're doing.
You know, to be honest, I have a hard time doing that because I don't want to make it seem like I'm being uh, what it not disingenuous, but uh, not virtual signaling. But I got the middle block on the word. It starts with a P, I believe, and I just get worried about get concerned about that. It's like it's,
You don't want to patronize them.
that's the word. Thank you very much, Mike. I knew I could count on you because that's why you're the boss of the show. Because I'm not that smart.
I understand that, but to me, because I was born with cerebral palsy and I do have,
Mm-hmm.
have that physical element, and I was never able to join the military. I thank
Mm-hmm.
them because they're doing something I can't do.
Right.
It's not that I don't want to do it; I just can't do it because of my disability. So I thank them, and even places where I've worked and somebody has come in full uniform, I take the time to thank them.
Mm-hmm. See, the problem is when they start left, Mike goes out with the right, and that was it. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
enough of that. You go home. Quit leading off with your right when we say left.
I no, I got flat feet.
Mm. Oh, well, that'll keep you out. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you could be a cop with flat feet. You flat foot.
And Lady Miss says, I would never think to pat any female in my family on the head with good girl, go home. That's a good way to lose an arm. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's not smart.
no, no. But no, I do appreciate our men and women of the armed forces
Oh,
for
yeah, I
doing
do
what
too.
they do. And, you know, 250 years of the Army, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
That says something.
Yeah, I mean, Mitch McConnell. Not only did he speak at this one, but he also spoke at when it started the army. So,
Lady Miss, as the previous message that she put, and I didn't catch it, and I appreciate her telling me, Mike, look at the one above.
mm,
But she says, my aunt worked to build the warplanes in World War II, and after it ended, the government thought a pat on the head thank you, and now go home like a good girl was the way to go. Well, it wasn't the right way to go.
No, no, no.
It really wasn't the way to treat the women who, you know, could have stayed home, could have said no,
Hmm.
but again, they did their duty. You know, in wartime back then, that's what you did.
Hmm.
You didn't whine and cry. Well, this is going to interfere with this. This is going to interfere with that. It's like no, the country needs me right now.
But I want my avocados.
Your avocados are going toward the war effort.
Yeah, but I want my avocados. That's not fair. Oh, don't anybody ever think about me? That's what we hear nowadays. It's like, me.
And Lady Miss is putting her dragons away. No eating Pacific414. I appreciate that, Lady Mist. I do.
Yeah, but the jury's out on me. I know it. BB agrees.
Yeah, baby shirt guard dog. No dragons gonna touch you.
No, BB says, go right ahead. He hasn't fed me yet. It's supper time. Where is he? She's our little eating machine.
Oh, believe
Our
me,
vacuum
there are days I could be an eating machine. It's like I just ate. It's like I'm still hungry. And then there are other days I can go all day and just eat one thing.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And then there's days I get tossed out of an all you eat buffet. So we all you can eat. Not all you can eat all day. Go.
Oh, speaking of which, I was watching a video one day where that's what this vlogger was doing. They were staying at an all you can eat buffet all day to see if they'd get kicked out.
Mm,
It's like, why?
because they're twat waffles. Really, honestly. There's only one reason why. We
I
would
mean,
have
me, I go into an all you can eat buffet. I get full. I pay my bill, leave a tip, go home.
yeah. I don't even pass gas. I go. I'm not leaving anything behind. Everything's going with me.
And Lady Mist says she has a good guard dog. I bet.
Ooh, my dogs are wimps.
Watch BB's the one that's the most ferocious.
Actually, you're right. I think, out of all of them, she's the bit of the most ferocious one. Try to move her when she doesn't want to be moved. Try to take anything food related away from her. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, it goes from a little bochi to a big pit bull. And like now.
Reminds me of my sister one time when we went to Arizona for vacation.
Mm,
You know, my mom and I, we say, yeah, we're gonna go to the store, pick up some things. You want anything? No. So we get back from the store and we bought a few things for all of us to eat, and then specifically for her that we know that she likes.
that was kind of
So yeah, oh yeah, we got these sandwiches. No,
deal.
it's like I thought you said you weren't hungry.
I lied.
Or it's like there was another time we were in New Mexico, and you know we're driving and we're getting hungry,
Hmm.
and my mom said, "What do you feel like?" I said, "Food." I don't care what it is as long as it's food.
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Survey says. Ding.
And then my mom says, "Well, I'm feeling like this." It's like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And then she asked my sister, "What do you feel like?" My sister's all meat. And
Wow.
my mom and I started busting out laughing. Because very
Wow.
rarely does my sister actually say that, and it's like, "You serious?" She's like, "I want my meat." It's like, okay, we'll go somewhere and get you some meat. Calm down.
And what would you like for the appetizer? Meat. What do you want for the main course? Meat. What would you like to drink? Meat. Like that Ren and Stimpy episode.
Yep.
Uh,
And Lady Miss says her smaller dog is the one that will eat you.
yeah. The smaller ones sometimes are the most vicious. Well, a Bochi is part Chihuahua, part Boston Terrier. Oh, there you are, Chubby. And she's in the doorway, scratching herself. So you got that mixture. And of course, what's Chihuahua's bred for? Going after rats. I mean, yeah, so she's got that tenacious. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
She's looking at you. She's looking at you and going, "You're looking rather tasty right now."
I think so. I mean, she's looking at me, her ears are up. And it's like, what? What? Now she's coming over. Okay, I'm probably going to be dead in a few moments, so it's nice knowing you all. Ah!
Nice knowing you, Baron.
That's my jaws.
It's been fun.
I think I need a bigger box. She's still a sweetheart, but yeah, she has her moments.
Yeah.
Silly dog.
So, is there anything in particular that you'd like to talk about, Baron?
No. I mean, you talking about League of Their Own reminded me of the passing of the last player, and none of that. I can't think of anything other than the fact that the puppies are circling me like sharks. Dun, 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 dun,
Feed
dun.
us, Dad.
Yeah,
You haven't fed us. We're long
Cash?
overdue.
Cash would have. Yeah, he would have fed you tofu. Okay,
I have
maybe
to
you're
feed the
better.
dogs again. Didn't they already eat?
Pour some beer in their dog dish. If I ever get a chance to name a dog and it's a boy dog, I think I will call him Hosehead. Hey, Hosehead.
Fair.
Hey, it's a legendary character. A legendary character.
Let's see. She's Lady Miss says she thinks that hers is a corgi Yorkie Velociraptor.
Hey, corgis can be rough and tumble. That's why the queen had them around her. It's like they weren't just for show. They're the lure in the unsuspecting fool who thinks, we can get her now. And all of a sudden the corgis like being shot out of the cannon almost going after him and stripping them to their bone in 15 seconds like a piranha.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're the piranhas of the dog world.
They are. BB's the second one. Second piranha.
What if you don't have anything else that you want to talk about? I don't have anything else.
Nah, I'm
You
not
talk
that
about
interested
it.
tonight. I'm not that interesting tonight. I guess I am.
I think it will be a good time to wrap up tonight's show then.
Woo!
But
Rappy.
before we do that, anything you'd like to promote for Battle and Tags Fandom Legacy?
Insanity, and that's about it. Back to you, Mike.
Well,
I think
yeah,
there is
but-
going to be a Beyond tomorrow, though, at 540 Studios between 6 and 6:30. That's Chase Fox's 540 Studio, The Beyond. So keep your eyes and ears open, folks. I can't think of anything.
All right. And as far as what's coming up on Pacific414, there will not be a live stream tomorrow. However, the next chapter of WrestleQuest will premiere. It was a live stream this past Friday for members. As I was testing my internet, it worked fine for those 2 hours I went. And
Hmm.
even last night, up until the end, it worked fine. And then near the end, it started buffering. It started getting pixelated again. So, hey, I was just happy to get 4 hours in before it actually started to happen instead of at the beginning of the stream.
Yeah, might be hope. There might be hope, folks.
There might be hope. And before we do get out of here,
Oh, I
and
do have one thing I forgot. I forgot about my apologies. Yesterday, for the general public, Pops did release our first time watching on Forbidden World, not to be confused with the classic Forbidden Planet. So if you want to go over the Pops and you can take a gander at that, I watched it yesterday. Yeah, it still brings back painful memories, painful memories.
and before I continue on with what's coming up on the channel, I do want to acknowledge Lady Mist, who
Mhm.
has just sent in a $2 super chat.
Oh, how sweet! Oh,
I'd buy that for $1.
And with that $2 super chat, she says, "Thank you for the super show." Well, thank you for being here and being a great supporter of the channel, Lady Miss. Thank you to everybody who's been here and supporting the channel. And, the fact that you're coming back says something,
hmm
says that we're doing something right.
that I haven't scared you off.
I mean, that any of us haven't scared anyone off.
Hmm.
And for those who have, well, maybe they'll come back one day and join the insanity of Pop Talk.
Yeah, nothing to be afraid here. Nothing to see here, everyone. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along. No, no, don't move along. There is something to see here. Never mind. I lied.
Don't worry, Lady Miss. We will be watching Conan. Don't worry.
Dun
And
dun.
and what
Dun,
and what-
dun, dun, dun.
and what have the lamentations of the women?
Okay, okay.
Have your
I'm
enemies
gonna.
driven before you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, of course, yesterday also I filmed with Pops for the movie Electric Dreams, and he decided our next fair. I think it's safe to say because when that comes out, everyone will know anyways. It's going to be fast. We're going to be seeing Red Sonja, so we're going to see Arnold doing imitation Conan.
You know, I don't care what people say about Red Sonja. I'd still watch it.
Yeah, it's for the star.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lady Miss says that she tends to make people cry when she gets mad.
Mm, don't make me cry, please.
Well, I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to make her mad at all.
Well, everything I said about in heavy metal about Tiara, whatever her name was, goes for Lady Mist. It's like, no, don't want to make her mad. On our side,
No, no. I'm gonna keep the dragons at bay. I don't need the dragons looking at me like I'm a tasty meal.
you know. Are the pterodactyl turkeys? Yeah.
I will definitely give Link Gage a try, and thank you for giving me that link. I did save the link, so I have no excuses. No
You,
excuses to not check them out.
you are right, sir.
But before we get out of here, I do want to promote this Saturday's next episode of, excuse me, The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion, where this Saturday's episode will actually focus on the 2 hour series premiere of Star Trek The Next Generation, Encounter at Farpoint. I will, of course, be joined by Baron Orman Tag,
Yo,
DJ Ronnie G, and
Turtles.
Anonymous. Do, 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 do. Anonymous. Do, 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 do. And as you all know, that show's the more serious show out of Pop Talk, and even the game streams. I get a little silly, but with the adventure continues, that is the more serious show. But we'll be talking about it, of course. The Cosme link will be there for anyone who wants to watch the episode along with us, comment along with us, because we will be commenting on the episode. And yes, with the adventure continues, there's a good chance there will always be spoilers.
Oh yeah. Beware.
Beware!
Q has a son by the name of R. We found that out.
Yeah. When we get to the Voyager Q episodes, there's one good Q episode on Voyager, and then the rest are like, really? This is the best you can come up with?
Mm-hmm. I think they're trying to play off of Kate Mulgrew's and John Delancey's friendship, real life friendship with that. And it's like, don't write it like that.
And you're right, Lady Miss. The notifications on YouTube do need to work a lot better. But the nice thing about the episode that we're watching and discussing for this Saturday is that it's a 2 hour long episode. So this will be one of the episodes of the adventure continues where there's going to be an exception to me keeping it to 2 hours. Anytime it's a 2 hour episode or one of the movies, of course, with the 2 hour episodes, I may even take certain two-part episodes and just combine them as one movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the best way to see it. I think that's the best way for us to do the menagerie. I say us because we're all part of the same group. We're all part of the same family here. We're all part of the Starship Pacific414.
No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Exactly. But I do. I think if you're gonna watch the menagerie, you need to do it as a 2 hour episode. Not, do it one week and then wait a week and then the next week do part two. I think that one needs to be a two-part episode. Best of Both Worlds, of course, needs to be the 2 hour episode. Way the Warrior for DS9,
No,
so on and so forth. Start time is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try to keep that as the main start time for the adventure continues for every other Saturday is 8 p.m. Eastern time.
7 Central.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'll be honest with everybody. I do try to think through and think thoroughly. Okay, how do you want to do certain two-part episodes? Some are fine to do one week, wait a week, and then the next week continue on with the second part. But others, you can't separate them like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do them that night because best of both worlds. You want to talk about part one, then you immediately want to talk about part two.
Mm-hmm.
Way of the Warrior. I know I already mentioned that, but Way of the Warrior. You want to go through it as it originally aired as a 2 hour TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Frontier from Voyager. That was a 2 hour TV movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
As well as the pilot.
yeah, Caretaker. Which also, speaking of pilot episodes, I do want to get to Deep Space Nine's pilot episode, The Emissary, and go through that. And Anonymous, if you're listening, I would love for you to be a part of that one. I know he loves Deep Space Nine.
He loves it.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time this evening. Thank you for joining us for our heavy metal watch party.
Heavy dude.
And Lady Miss says posties will be strategically placed around the void. Awesome. But thank you all for joining us. Make sure, if you haven't done already, make sure you're subscribed to Hanover Ortman Tag.
I thought Cash was Hanover. Hanover Fist.
Well, since you have Hanover up right now, I'm calling you Hanover.
Okay. I understand. I comprehend.
And then Lady Miss, the boob cartoon. Well, hey.
Major boobage. Babies.
But thank you all for joining us. If you haven't subscribed to Baron, please do. Make sure you subscribe to Cash. And please be patient. He's been going through a lot of things right now. But when he gets started up again, he's going to get started with a bang. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't shared out the stream, please share out the stream. And also consider subscribing to Pacific414 on YouTube and Rumble, and following the X channel as well. Also follow Cash and Baron on X. Their links are in the description below. And Lady Miss says, well, it was. She's not wrong.
Oh, I'm not. It is. Boobage.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, remember, whenever I'm playing a game, don't ever give up on me playing that game. Because just when you do, you might miss something. Optimus, take us out.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
For her.
Whoa, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? I haven't thanked everybody. What the hell? What the fuck is wrong with me, Baron?
Who you forget?
I forgot to thank everybody who was here.
Oh, I thought you already did. Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
No. So, because I don't want to forget anybody, it's just how I am.
I know.
I just want to take the time to, of course, thank Lady Mist for being here. Also want to take the time for thanking the Fat I Wannabe for being here. Tim for being here. DJ Ronnie G for being here. We also had Bone. Thank you very much for being here. Also, Jet Sparks, thank you for being here. Tree Rock, thank you for being here. As I scroll up the list. And of course, Lady Miss, thank you for that $2 super chat. Really appreciate that. You keep the dilithium flowing in that warp core. Keep the ship powered. Long-suffering Miss Tag, thank you for being here. I mentioned Bone. I mentioned DJ Ronnie G, Jet Sparks, Tree Rock. And if I mention your name again, well, that's so I don't forget. Phil, thank you for being here. Let's see, who else was here? It looks like that was it. And unfortunately, I did not see anybody pop up on the Rumble side. But that's okay. People are busy. There are so many streams and so little time. But again, thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. And, support your favorite YouTubers. And I hope we're on that list. So take care, everybody.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Are we good now? Okay. That's good.
We're good. We're good. I just want to make sure I thank everybody because, everybody takes their time to stop by the channel, support the channel, and they deserve to be acknowledged.
Lady Miss is lucky. She can put Post-it notes around her void. I can't do that because it's between my ears. Big.
Well, I can put a post-it note on my forehead and I have to look in the mirror to be reminded. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm supposed to do that.
Oh, that's why you keep the mirror on your computer. Okay. I know.